What is up, guys? It's Sue, and I've got my main deck, the end-all be-all, whatever. The deck I put probably the most work in, and I actually just did a huge change. I actually, was it a few days ago, recorded an episode of this with a few small changes to the deck. But after locals tonight, I had a huge revelation of a lot of things I could have done differently. Made the deck more consistent, more powerful, more steady. So in this one, we're facing zombies. He actually had a pretty good show. He had a long time. He goes first, draws into breakthrough, sets or plays duality, and then goes into the into the turtle, and then he just sets two. This zombie go. It says go. Sorry, it's like almost 4 in the morning right now. But yeah, the deck it's again forever evolving as it should. But in that, I just played the Thunderbird, attacked, and then sets a bunch of back row. I noticed he was playing zombies, so I did activate the macro. Luckily, he top decked in MST, because I would have shut him down far earlier. This does, I think it goes up to 20 turns or so it does take a while. But he goes for the Mali effect. On that, I didn't really want him to get a monster, because if both these hit the grave, then he could just do it again. Well, he couldn't do the Plague Spreader, but he could have gotten the Malicious. So on the Plague Spreader summon, I activate Escape Device, and then Chain Thunderbird, so I don't have to lose the monster, and then that leaves him with the dead Plague Spreader on the field. I could have gotten Doom Kaiser, and then I just choose to take 400. Only damage of the game, I will tell you. Then he sets the RDD and goes. Draw into Void, attack over the Plague Spreader. And say the Void Trapple. These are the new additions. The Trapples are definitely pretty nice. It sets Pure Turtle and ends. Just the beautiful thing about this deck is it's so, I don't know, it's my style of deck, with the amount of back row and everything. So use Bear, or tank to search Bear, and then Bear to pop his monster. He uses breakthrough skill on that, because Turtle only works when it's destroyed by battle, so that was a good move on his part. Then he gets the Mizuki with that. And then, excuse me. So again, we got just beautiful setup. Zombie Master, he discards the Necrogardna, search Plague Spreader, goes into Doom Kaiser, and then I Void Trapple. With this deck, I've been learning my patience on waiting for the opponent to extend as much as possible before I stop their plays. Just to make them use up all their resources and maintain the card advantage. That's what's a really good thing about this deck, usually, unless I have to pull some shenanigans, which I do have a really good example in this next one. It maintains advantage very well, with Thunderbirds and everything. On the Card Trooper, I just choose to Mirror Force, so I kind of wanted to keep the Bear. I was kind of holding on to that hope of grabbing a tanky to search Rabbit, but he kind of goes off in here, which is why I think zombies have a really good potential to maybe come up, depending on what the ban list is. But he Plague Spreader's effect, used Plague Spreader's effect, and then Mizuki to grab Doom Kaiser, and then goes into Void Ogre. Because there's no cards in hands, he's able to negate that, but it just torrential, and then chain Thunderbird. So that is kind of a shenanigan thing. I just used pretty much my whole field to get rid of that Doom Kaiser, or not Doom Kaiser, Void Ogre, and then I'm left with a token. And then he goes RDD. He really didn't get too much out of this, honestly, but geez, sorry. He tunes into another Void Ogre, and then again, just filled with tokens. I think he only got 4 on this time, so I did get Thunderbird back. He did mention later that he was trying to just get my Thunderbird off the field and gone. So draw into the Needle Ceiling, and he maintains the Void Ogre with no cards in hand for a while. And then it only gets worse, but again, I get around it, but it gets really silly after that. So it goes Plague Spreader effect, top decking the Maxi, and then, see, this is where he did it right. Plague Spreader effect, and then he's using Mali's effect to get that. I chain the effect to Breakthrough Skill. And really, he could have done things with this. I probably should have kept the that on the field. So he summons a Stardust, so he has some pretty good protection. All I have is the Needle Ceiling, and I have his wall tokens. He did make a slight, just kind of cowardly mistake here, in that he could have been attacking through my tokens, and eventually my Needle Ceiling would have been dead. So, kind of a sad move on his part, but we duality into another Needle Ceiling. Just because at that point I was like, okay, get the Stardust, and that negates one, but then I could just Needle Ceiling for that. But then, again, I was kind of waiting for him to extend, so he went to Greffer, discarding the dad to get Plague Spreader to grave, and again, now he has no cards in hand, Void Ogre is live, and he sells the Stardust. And he could have been attacking the tokens even with the Greffer. I was kind of waiting for my setup before I did anything. I at least got the monsters, so these would be live. I wouldn't be left with an empty field when I drop those. So he goes into the Max C. He actually meant to set this, so don't worry, it's not one of those pro Max C moves. So we draw into the Dark Hole, and this is kind of shenanigans I'm talking about. He does. I do technically go +1 on this. No, because of the Stardust. So we Dark Hole, and he Stardust on that. And then we Needle Ceiling, and he uses Void Ogre on that. And then we Needle Ceiling again, finally clearing the field. He does get the Stardust back, and it is a slight problem for a little bit. Just because it still does have pretty high hit. But we saw with Thunderbird, and he just warnings it. He's not having any of that, which is eventually his downfall for sure. But it Stardust, his special summon back, and we get the Rose token. He draws into Goblin Zombie, and just decides to set it. I really think if he had played a little bit more aggressively, it would have been closer, and he probably could have shut down some of the plays I had planned. So we Black Garden. And this is another like small thing. I just love the 3 little plays that I had to do to. All I want to do is get a cowboy. But the cerebral plays. So with Black Garden's secondary effect, we have 2 tokens equaling 1600. Bear has 1600, so I'm able to grab it. You'll see that pretty soon. He dualities into reinforcement, grabs Necroguard and sets that. So he has a pretty good setup here. I can't get over that Stardust under normal circumstances, so goes into Defige, and I just attack over what I already knew was Necroguard since he added it, and then it's dead because of Defige. Draws into a Max C and just ends there. Draw to a Romello, and this is I'm like, okay, I can do this. Use Black Garden's effect, targeting Bear. He uses Stardust to negate Black Garden's effect because it does destroy the 2 tokens. Which normally, I think it's Stardust on the field, it's not too bad. Have another Black Garden. No problem, guys. Activate effect, target Bear, destroy 2 tokens, get Bear out. Normal summon Romello. Just cause, search bottomless. Overland to Cowboy. Pew-pew for game. Okay. So that's it. Jesus, it's already going pretty long. I think I might save the profile for another video. This has been 10 minutes. I told you it was kind of a long duel. I actually underestimated that. It took 26 turns. But this does show the power. Zombie, especially with how quickly he had the potential to go off, I was able to stun him pretty effectively through that. So, yeah, this is, again, my favorite deck. I'm kind of apprehensive about the ban list. This is built for the current meta, but it is very flexible, so I can change it depending on what gets hit, what's going to be the new meta. Definitely going to be that waiting game for the first, like all the way through January, about what's actually going to be the tier ones of the format and what I need to build for. But again, that's what's great about the deck, is that you can build for the meta very easily and hurt what you need to hurt, and then the core of the deck is still the same. So that is it. As usual, thank you to Yugicast. Pretty great site. I even use it a lot because I have it on my phone. I'll use it to check out card stats really quick. Like if, especially in this kind of deck where low attack. If I have an inkling of if they set a monster, I have an idea of what it could be, then I'll at least look up the defense through the Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices app, and then I feel more confident about attacking into it instead of attacking blindly into something with 2,000 defense or anything like that. So, yep, again, thanks to those guys. And then, as always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow, respectively, Facebook. Well, the video, of course. I don't even think I have the Facebook in the description. I might have to add that. So like the Facebook, like the video, comment if you feel so, subscribe to the channel, follow Twitch, follow Twitter. And we actually just got a partnership with Yu-Gi-Oh! Forums. We got our own sub-forum in that. I always want to say subreddit now because I haven't been on forums in a while. But we got a sub-forum on that, so I will be adding a link to that in the description. And yeah, that's it. Next video, as I said, will be the profile for this. So thanks for watching. See you again at the Yugicast. Talk to you guys later. Bye.